So often when you're building software, you want to deliver new features to users and have the ability to toggle or switch them to different functionality based on configurations. So often we call this feature flag. So if you have a application here, so I could just say like my application or my software, you can have it run different logic based on some type of feature flag. So as an example, you can store feature flags in a database or just use environment variables to toggle out different functionality based on which features are on or off. As a good example, on this course platform application that I've been kind of building, I've had another YouTuber, his name is Max Programming, kind of contribute to this project. So definitely go check out Max Programming's YouTube channel. He also has a website, usmans.me. He is looking for work, so if you want to go check out his resume and see if he'd be good at your company, or if you just want to hire him as a contractor, maybe that could be a good thing to do as well. So Max Programming. But he basically made some changes to this code base for me, and I really appreciate all the work he did. I want to walk you through the main idea of the feature flags that I'm talking about. So originally, my course platform was storing these video files on disk and serving them with node streams back to the user when they're watching through. And this works when you have low traffic or you just have a really simple application. But I knew eventually I need to get my files on S3 or R2. So that's basically what he did in this PR. I asked him, can you please just add a configuration, like an environment variable configuration? And I do believe we called it the storage type. So my simple approach to feature flag in this example is if you have storage type set the disk, it would still do the old logic of storing stuff directly to disk. But if you set the storage type to R2, there's a whole nother set of configuration values you can kind of use. Everything will just work seamlessly. And that's kind of what I did. I had this whole application already running on production. There's people kind of watching through this course. And I wanted to transition from all my files being on disk and just put them on R2. So to get this working, I created an R2 file storage, and then I had a script that ran through all my files that were currently on disk. And using the same identifiers, I basically just uploaded them to my R2 bucket. And then what I did was I did a deployment where I changed that storage type from disk to R2. And literally there was no downtime, right? Everything just switched over to use the new files. And then when people want to watch the videos for this course platform, they are going to be streamed directly to the user, which provides a huge performance benefit because now I don't have to actually stream from disk through my Node TanStack application using streams to the user. I can just have them connect directly to R2, which handles a ton of traffic to begin with, and I don't have to worry about that extra stress and memory usage of my TanStack application, potentially bringing down the application. Now, this will also make your application more resilient to denial of service. Like one person could potentially just keep on requesting videos if you don't have rate limiting put in place, and they can really bog down the performance of your machine. So again, storing files on a service like S3 or R2 is a really good approach. Now, the main takeaway about the feature flagging is I basically just merged this PR and nothing broke, right? My application still ran exactly how it was running before. And after I got all the data set up, all I had to do was SSH into the VPS where this thing is being ran and just go modify those 5 environment variables so that it knew to read from R2 when it streamed back the videos to the user, and everything worked. Nothing broke. And I would say these type of incremental changes behind feature flags is a really great approach for a production system, especially if you have tons of traffic and tons of users, because you don't want to break everything for your users. And also, if you get more sophisticated, you can do some type of canary deployment where you slowly transition people over to the new feature until eventually that new feature is rolled out to everybody. So just in case you guys didn't know what a feature flag is or a good use case for one, this was a really good use case for it. So big shout out to Usman for doing this work. And again, reach out and check out his resume if you want to hire a developer who I think is really skilled and could be a huge contributor to your software team or projects. All right, that's all I want to share with you all. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Have a good day and happy coding.